Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Nicole with Made from Scrap, and I'm just going to do a little quick run through of the page matting that I did for my Once Upon a Book album. So you can see here that I've done a little tuck spot right on the front of this first page, and recall that this was a belly band that we're going to be using for the page attachment, but once it's onto the hinge, this becomes a pocket, and when you slip something in there, it'll help keep this flap closed. So when you open this up, we've used some of that My Colors cardstock. So you can see what I did here is this is the full page, and I measured first for this pocket, cut the paper, and then I just have a slight bit that's tucked underneath, and that's how you can save on your paper. And when you open it up, this looks like the full sheet. So then on the back side of this page, we have this. Now if you look at the paper collection, the girl looking at the stack of books is actually on the right hand side of the page. So what I did is I took that paper and I laid it down over here on this flap, and then I cut that first, and then what was left over of the page I glued down here. Now what you can't see is because I put underneath this lace this next page. So what I did is I laid it down over here again, and I cut that portion first, and then what was left I put here. So I hope that helps. That's the inside flap of that one. And then when you open this page up, you can see here that I've used one of these sheets entirely to cover this side of the page. And then this is the matting for the left hand side. And again, this is a pocket, right? So I do this quite a bit. I cut off the sheet so that I can use the paper if I want to use it all on one sheet, all on one page like this. Okay, so that was the first page. Here's the second one. So I've used this collage paper here, and then when I open it up, I've used that peach My Colors cardstock, and then I have the books here. And again, I started with this first, and then this is the remaining sheet portion of the sheet. So when you look at the page, this is the right hand side of the sheet, and then I cut it off, and the portion that I took off from here I stuck down over here. Okay, so that's our hinge piece. Turn it over, and here's the girl with the books. So again, lay it down, cut it, and put what's left over on this side. You could do that, or I used it over here. And this is a full page. Okay. Flip the page over, and you can see I've used this one on this side and this collage on this side, the pink and the blue. So that is my second page. My third page looks like this. This was the remaining piece that was left over from my first page here. You can see this was cut off. And then this piece matches what's underneath the flap. And again, that's the ballerina pink right there. Turn the page over. Here's this beautiful page with the girl pulling a book off the shelf. And this is the remainder of that sheet. And then you have this notebook paper here. Flip the page. And I wanted to make sure to give a page just for these three girls here that is so beautiful. And that's it for the matting. I hope you have fun with this, and I'd love to see your projects soon. I've used the Heartfelt Creations Small Wild Rose die from the store, countrycraftcreations.com, to make some flowers for the front cover of my album, and you can see that when you use this die, it has quite a few dies in it. So I only ran it through one time using some pink cardstock in order to make these 3 flowers. Ran it through one time. And then I used a mold in order to create the shape of it, but you can use your tools on the underside of the petals themselves if you rub in a circle to make them kind of curl up a bit. And then I also spritzed it with some little glitter mist. I used Stickles along the edge, and then I used the pokey tool in order to poke through some of these little buds that I had in my stash. And I just used some hot glue to make sure to attach it underneath so it wouldn't come apart. But those are my flowers for the cover. It's fun making those. Happy crafting. Bye.